Hello students, welcome to online teaching syllabus. Myself Nilofer Miss, your English teacher. Let us continue with the same chapter. Madam rides the bus. So we saw in the last video how Wali was doing her journey and how she was standing on the seat to see outside, and then how the women sit beside her and what kind of talkings were done over there, how the conductor was talking to her. Let's continue from there. Her first journey, what careful, painstaking, elaborate plans she had to make for it. If you are going to any journey, if you are going for any tour, there are plannings, okay? We are doing many plannings for that tour. So this was her first journey, and so she was very careful. She had made many of the plans for this journey. She had thriftily saved whatever stray coins came her way. Whatever coins she got, maybe from her mother or anybody else, if anybody gives her some money, she was saving those money for this trip. Resisting every temptation to buy peppermints, toys, balloons and the like, and finally she had saved a total of 60 paise. So what she was thinking, that whenever I will go for journey by the bus, so I will buy, she was having that temptation to buy peppermints, toys, balloons and same like this, any kind of things, and finally to buy these all things she had saved a total of 60 paise. How difficult it had been, particularly that day at the village fair, but she had resolutely stifled a strong desire to ride the merry-go-round even though she had the money. It means when there was village fair and there she was having a strong desire to ride the merry-go-round, but she didn't waste her money over there. She kept the money, she saved the money for the bus ride. So it was very hard for her to save such money. After she had enough money saved, her next problem was how to slip out of the house without the mother's knowledge. Okay. Anyhow, she saved 60 paisa for the ride to bus. But the other problem was that how to come out of the house, how to slip out of the house without the mother's knowledge. The mother should not know that she was going for the trip. Like that way, this was the problem, how to come out of the house for the bus ride. But she managed this without too much difficulty. Every day after lunch, her mother would nap from about 1 to 4 or so. Every day her mother would nap. Nap means a small sleep, short sleep. Her mother was having habit to sleep from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock. Wali always used these hours for her excursions, as she stood looking from the doorway of her house or sometimes even ventured out into the village. Today, these same hours could be used for her first excursion outside the village. So, these hours she was using daily by standing there looking out of the house at the village, and what is happening in the village or the street, that she was daily standing over there from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock. She was enjoying like that. But today, these same hours she is going to use for her first excursion outside the village. Today, these hours she is going to use for her trip. She was thinking all this. The bus rolled on now, cutting across a bare landscape, and bus was going on and on the landscape. Now rushing through a tiny hamlet. Tiny hamlet here means a small village, or past an odd wayside shop. Okay, so these all things she is watching from the bus. A small village was there, then an odd wayside shop was there. Sometimes the bus seemed on the point of gobbling up another vehicle that was coming towards them, or a pedestrian crossing the road. So the bus was overtaking the other vehicles, gobbling up another vehicle that was going on, and the pedestrian crossing the road, she can see that also. But lo, somehow it passed on smoothly, leaving all obstacles safely behind. But the bus was leaving all these obstacles behind, and it was moving on and on. Trees came running towards them, but then stopped as the bus reached them and simply stood there helpless for a moment by the side of the road before rushing away in the other direction. So here this is a description of the trees while you are sitting in any of the vehicle. When you see outside the row of the trees, it seems like that only, that they are running towards you, then they stopped when your bus is nearby, and then simply stood helpless, and then after a moment it goes backside in the other direction. So this was the description of the trees outside the window of the bus, and Wali is looking at this. Suddenly Wali clapped her hands with glee. She is very happy as she is watching these things for the first time. So she clapped her hands. She is so happy. A young cow, tail high in the air, was running very fast, right in the middle of the road, right in front of the bus. Suddenly, what happened? A young cow came over there, keeping her tail high in the air, and it was running very fast, and it was running in the middle of the road and suddenly came right in front of the bus. The bus slowed to a crawl and the driver sounded his horn loudly again and again. So, what happened here? One incident was happening. A small cow, young cow was there and it came in front of the bus, but it was very much confused as the bus driver was giving horn loudly again and again. The cow was becoming more confused. But the more he honked, the more frightened the animal became and the faster it galloped. It was moving very fastly in front of the bus, always right in front of the bus. As it was moving by confusion, it was coming in front of the bus again and again. Somehow this was very funny to Wali. So Wali liked this to watch. It was funny for her. She laughed and laughed until there were tears in her eyes. So as it was funny for her, she laughed so much, as much she laughed, that tears came out from her eyes. Hey lady, haven't you laughed enough? Called the conductor. Now conductor is asking her that you are not laughing much. That this incident is not for that much laughing. It is very normal. This happened, but for Wali, it was for the first time she was watching like this. So it was funny for her, and so she was laughing very much. So conductor told that you are not laughing much, better save some for tomorrow. That laugh some tomorrow also, keep something for tomorrow. At last the cow moved off the road. At last it moved off the road and soon the bus came to a railroad crossing. A speck of a train could be seen in the distance, growing bigger and bigger as it drew near. Now it was near the track of the railway, near the train. So the train was being seen over there. It was growing bigger and bigger. It means it was coming near and near. Then it rushed past the crossing gate with a tremendous roar and rattle, shaking the bus. Then the bus went on and passed the train station. Then the train passed away from there with a tremendous roar and rattled everything, shaking the bus even. And after, as the train passed away from there, then the bus went on and passed the train station. From there it traversed a busy, well laid out shopping street and turning entered a wider thoroughfare. So after coming out from the railway station, the bus has to travel. Traversed here means travel. A busy and a shopping center was there. It was very much well laid out. So many people were there and it was crowded. And turning entered a wider thoroughfare. Then it came to the wider thoroughfare from the shopping street. Such big, bright looking shops. So what was there? There were big and bright looking shops. What glittering displays of clothes and other merchandise. Such big crowds. Struck dumb with wonder, Wali gaped at everything. She liked this very much. She came here for the first time. She saw this kind of place for the first time, where she is in the street, where she is in the near the shops, and such big shops are there and such big crowds are also there. Then the bus stopped and everyone got off except Wali. Here the bus stopped because it was the stop where the bus has to empty itself. So everybody get down from the bus. Only Wali was sitting inside the bus. Hey lady, said the conductor, aren't you ready to get off? This is as far as your 30 paise takes you. So now conductor is asking, as everybody is off the bus, she is only sitting. So conductor asks that you have paid for this place only 30 paise, and now why aren't you getting out? Aren't you ready to get off? Just get off the bus now. No, Wali said, I am going back on this same bus. What she told that no, I am not getting out from here. I am going back on this same bus. She took another 30 paise from her pocket and handed the coins to the conductor. She gave again 30 paise for going back. Why, is something the matter? No, nothing's the matter. I just felt like having a bus ride, that's all. So conductor asked, what's the matter? Why you are not getting off and why you are going back? So she told that no matter is that I was only having a bus ride, that's all. She told that I not came here for any of the street, any of the bazaar, but I have to go back. Only I wanted to enjoy the bus ride, and that's why I am in the bus. Don't you want to have a look at the sights now that you are here? So conductor is telling, and now if you are here, then go outside and look at the sights also. Go and see the street all by myself? Oh, I would be much too afraid. So she told that, oh, I can't go by myself. I can't move like that by myself. I am very much afraid. Greatly amused by the girl's way of speaking, the conductor said, but you weren't afraid to come in the bus? So he told that, why, you are not afraid to come in the bus? Now you are afraid to go out of the bus? Nothing to be afraid of about that, she answered. She told that, what is there to be afraid to go in the bus? Well then, why not go to that stall over there and have something to drink? Nothing to be afraid of about that either. So conductor told, better you just go off and go to that stall and have some drink. There is nothing to be afraid over here. Oh no, I couldn't do that. Well then, let me bring you a cold drink. So she told that, no, I can't go outside, I couldn't do that. So the conductor told that, well then I will bring you a cold drink. No, I don't have enough money. So she told that, I am not having money for the cold drink. Just give me my ticket, that's all. What she told, just give me ticket, that much money only I am having. It will be my treat and not cost you anything. What conductor told that, I am not going to take money from you for the drink. Just think that it is treat for you. No, no, she said firmly, please no. The conductor shrugged and they waited until it was time for the bus to begin the return journey. So she firmly told that, no, no, I don't want that, please don't bring. And so the conductor shrugged. So the conductor said, okay. Then they were waiting for the return. Again, there weren't many passengers. Won't your mother be looking for you? The conductor asked when he gave the girl her ticket. He gave the ticket, now he is worried about her, and he asked that, won't your mother be looking for you? She won't be finding you? No, no, one will be looking for me, she said. The bus started. What she told, no, no one will be looking for me. Nobody is finding me. The bus started and again there were the same wonderful sights. Again the same sights were there. Wali wasn't bored in the slightest and greeted everything with the same excitement she would felt the first time. It was not boring for her, though she was looking all these things again. Still, she was enjoying the same with the same excitement. But suddenly, she saw a young cow lying dead by the roadside, just where it had been struck by some fast-moving vehicle. Now, what happened? While going in the bus, she saw the cow and she was laughing for that, as the cow was very much confused and coming again and again in front of the bus. Same cow was there. Some fast vehicle has struck it and so it was lying dead on the roadside. Isn't that the same cow that ran in front of the bus on our trip to town? She asked the conductor. Is this the same cow? It was running. The conductor nodded and she was overcome with sadness. So conductor nodded in yes, that is the same cow, and now she was feeling very much sad for the cow. What have been a lovable, beautiful creature just a little while ago had now suddenly lost its charm and its life and looked so horrible, so frightening as it lay there, legs spread, eagled, a fixed stare in its lifeless eyes, blood all over. The bus moved on. What she is thinking? That how lovable, beautiful creature it was. Only a little while ago, when she was going, that time the cow was running over there and she was laughing and it was very wonderful scenery. But suddenly when they are coming back, same time, same creature is looking very horrible and frightening, and its legs are spread like eagle shape. And what happened, other thing, that blood is all over her. But the bus moved on. The memory of the dead cow haunted her, dampening her enthusiasm. She was very happy till now, she was very enthusiastic, but after this incident happened, when she saw the dead cow, it haunted her. Her enthusiasm was lost somewhere. She no longer wanted to look out the window. She sat thus glued to her seat until the bus reached her village at 3:40. Now she didn't want to look out of the window, like somebody has kept the glue on her seat. Like that, she sat on her seat quietly until the bus reached her village, and the timing was now 3:40. She stood up and stretched herself. Then she turned to the conductor and said, "Well, sir, I hope to see you again." "Okay, madam," he answered her, smiling. She was in a bad mood now. She stretched herself as she was being very heavy. And then she turned to the conductor and said him that, "Well, sir, I hope to see you again." The conductor smiled at her. Whenever you feel like a bus ride, come and join us. And don't forget to bring your fare. So conductor told that whenever you want to have bus ride, come and join us and just bring your fare with you, the money. 30 paise. She laughed and jumped down from the bus. So when conductor told like that, she laughed and then jumped out of the bus. Then away she went, running straight for home. She ran towards her home. When she entered her house, she found her mother awake and talking to one of Wali's aunts, the one from South Street. When she entered the house, Wali's mother was talking to one of her aunt about the South Street. The aunt was from the South Street. This aunt was a real chatterbox, never closing her mouth once she started talking. It means she was talking too much. That's why chatterbox name is given. And where have you been? Said her aunt when Wali came in. When Wali entered the house, her aunt asked her that where have you been? She spoke very casually, not expecting a reply. She only asked but didn't expect any reply that Wali would answer and she would listen. So carelessly only she was asking. So Wali just smiled and her mother and aunt went on with their conversation. She only smiled and then both of them started their conversation again. Yes, you are right, her mother said. So many things in our midst and in the world outside. What her mother was talking about, that there are so many things in middle of the world and world outside. How can we possibly know about everything? And even when we do know about something, we often can't understand it completely, can we? So these they were talking to, this was the topic of the conversation. They were talking something like that. Oh yes, breathed Wali. What? Asked her mother. So when they were talking like this, so Wali in between told, oh yes. So her mother asked that what? What that you say? Oh, said Wali, I was just agreeing with what you said about things happening without our knowledge. So she again joined that, yes, I agree what you told, that what's happening without our knowledge. We don't know what is going in the world. If we see, then we feel sad or happy, but without our knowledge what is going in the world, we don't know. Just a chit of a girl she is, said her aunt, and yet look how she pokes her nose into our conversation just as though she were a grown lady. What the aunt says, that she is a very little girl and how she is speaking in our conversation, she is poking her nose as she is a grown lady, like that she is talking. These was the words for Wali by the aunt. Wali smiled to herself. She didn't want them to understand her smile. She has had the ride of the bus. They didn't know about that. What she saw today, they were out of the knowledge of it. So she smiled and she don't want them to understand her smile. But then there wasn't much chance of that, was there? So first time she went over there, but now onwards there wasn't any chance again for the bus ride, was there? This is the question for us. Here we are completing our chapter. Hope you understood it well. If you are having any doubt, you may call me. Thank you. Have a good day.